All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now live in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters. And tonight, are we going to have that Razor instinct, or is it going to be, let's just say, a night full of Razor-like implosions? I'll tell you why about it, because our guest here is a man that is on a mission. He has certainly lived in the past on the razor's edge, but he has certainly been cutting his opponents down with a razor blade, or certainly that razor instinction. He's going to talk about what is to come next weekend, just days from now, where he's putting that YBW championship on the line against his former tag team partner. He is going to talk about that guy that, well, everybody says is a headline, but, well, he's had his own headlines toward him, and maybe he's put that headline, let's just say, on his own downward razor's edge-like spiral. We're going to talk about that. We'll talk about what our guest has done to his brother. I'll talk about what are some of the goals of our champion, and maybe the lack of respect our champion has gotten, because I remember a couple of months ago when we first brought his name up and we didn't give him his due. Well, tonight, you're going to get your due, my friend, because I'm going to give you something, but I can't tell you what it is until we talk for a little bit about what's ahead, what's next, and who knows whatever else, because today we are now on that road to Anarchy's Sanctum. And I'm going to give our guest now that championship-like introduction in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage. Because after all, he is the definition of prime time. And maybe right now, he's the true headline. Maybe he's the true razor-like edge that everybody is living on. You know, and I just saw a Gladiator 2, ladies and gentlemen, where there was plenty of, let's just say, razor's edge, like, let's say, deaths that certain people got. But I'll leave that for a different time. You can watch the movie and get back to me. I am now going to give our guest that introduction because you've been waiting for it. He's been waiting for it. And, well, I'm ready for it now because it's a Saturday night and Sportzwire Radio is live, baby. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right to it. So, with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report. Number one, Global Sports Show. A man that was recently a double heavyweight champion, a former hardcore and YBW tag team champion. He is most certainly on a new level. He's on a new level. He's on a new level. He is, ladies and gentlemen, simply put, your reigning, defending YBW heavyweight champion of the world, the man with the razor instinct, the champ is here. Champ, how are we doing?
It's going good.
Yeah?
Happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you because we are definitely on a new level. We're on a new level. I was just hearing that, YBW song we used there from ASAP not too long ago. We are definitely on a new level, here in Prime Time. We got the champion here, and it's an honor to formally meet you here for the first time, good sir.
Yeah, first time on here.
First time, definitely going to be the first of many times. And it's, again, fitting. I see Gladiator 2, and there was a lot of razor-like debts there with sharp objects, and you've been putting that out there. And let's go into current events here first, because you've got a huge world title defense here for that YBW championship. I'm going to put the poster up here for it in a minute. And for those that are listening and watching here in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters, Dominic, tell us what we can expect coming up next weekend when you defend that YBW World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, I mean, if people's been keeping up with YBW, well, they would automatically know that me and Velador used to be a tag team. But Razor Point actually didn't go exactly as planned. He turned on me whenever I was almost about to have my moment against some person we don't mention anymore.
Okay,
but
I got the cue of that is. Go ahead.
But anyways, Velador really thinks he's gonna be the one to dethrone me. Yes, I cannot use the Razor Instinction. That's still not gonna stop me, because after all, I can still hit him with a cutoff. I can still hit him with a razor blade. That doesn't matter. The cutoff and the razor blade hasn't been dulled. Just like Aaron Blaze.
Who?
Aaron Blaze.
Oh, I heard of that name. I'll get to him later. But, I want to ask you something on that, on Phantasma Velador, your former tag team partner. If I were to say to you, though, that leave aside the fact you can't hit that Razor Instinction, but because he knows you as well as he does that give him a fighting chance to win this match here?
I mean,
what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think he knows that he can stand a chance, but if you remember correctly, the last time me and him had a match, my moves were different. I didn't have much moves to my arsenal. Now look at me. I have different moves that he cannot be expecting.
And you're the man that put Aaron Blaze on this tailspin that basically, I mean, he can't get out of. I mean, figuratively and literally. I mean, you are the man that's done that. But let me ask you, though, this question. And obviously, we're honored to have you here. But do you feel like literally that you are on a new level since you've won that World Heavyweight Championship and you were a double champion even once upon a time for a period of time? Do you feel like you are now on a new level?
I definitely think I'm on a new level, especially beating Tack for this. Because, after all, Tack thought he was going to retain this, and I managed to beat him for it, and now I'm on my reign. I beat Aaron Blaze. I beat Oliver Blade, which, props to Oliver Blade, he did a fantastic job. But now, coming up for Anarchy Sanctum, I'll be facing my so-called old friend.
Old friend.
What's up, amigo? If you're in the chat, Velador. But anyways,
there are people here in the chat, and I do want to say hello to you and everybody that's here. Please support our friends in YBW. I'll also have an announcement for you in a little while. I have something for you. I'll present that on the screen. I'll put some links up. We'll get into that. But I want to ask you a formal question, because obviously you've been the champion now for a little while. And I want to ask, I always ask this to people that are here for the first time. What does it mean to you right now to be the YBW World Heavyweight Champion?
Well, it definitely means a lot, considering my first ever championship was the Extreme Championship back 5 years ago, whenever I debuted. And quite frankly, my first ever match in YBW was against Aaron Blaze.
What a shot.
I mean, I've had several championships throughout the time of me being in the yard. I've held the Extreme Championship once, Breakouts Championship once, hardcore championship, I'm pretty sure it's 3 or 4 times. And then, of course, tag team championships one time. And then now the YBW World Heavyweight Championship. This is my second run with it because it got cut short from Echo. But being world champion, I mean, you're pretty much the locker room leader in a sense. And leading on whatever brand you're representing. In my case, YBW. I'm leading YBW onto bigger and better things.
Well, actually, it's funny you said that because literally YBW has been on to some bigger and better things. We have a brand new website that was a few months ago unveiled here on this platform. And we've also got now a trampoline for the first time. And what's that feel like now that you guys have, again, progressed on to bigger and better? Because we are on a whole new level now. I mean, what is that like now? I mean, now that you are a champion in this new era where we're seeing, again, some really new things to YBW.
Well, I mean, it's honestly great having a trampoline because going back to whenever I debuted, YBW actually had a trampoline. And then we started going like after I was gone because Aaron Blaze has mentioned that I left YBW for a while. And then of course I have came back and did bigger and better things.
And the reason I want to bring this up is because we have one of our friends from the IMF, Dakota Riley, does a lot of great stuff behind the scenes for the company. She's trying to get to 500 subscribers, and I promised I would plug her page. So if you are here, in addition to giving a sub to our friends in YBW, because they're closing in on 1,500 subs, Dakota's closing in on 500 subs. She's 56 away, so she'd like to get to 56. She's got some interviews on here, some different match content, behind-the-scenes stuff. So give her a follow, give her a sub. She's at 444 subs, and she started the day about 60 or so away, and now she's 56 away. So support our friends in the IMF. They've obviously been great partners of us here on Sportswire, and go give her a sub. I really appreciate this. I got a whole bunch of people here in the chat. Zilla's in the chat. I got Ace Reed. I got everybody else. Abraham Storm. Go hit her YouTube channel. Give her a sub. She's got a lot of wrestling stuff there. Dakota Riley _25. Go support those who support us here. I really appreciate that. Okay, so thank you. We'll put that up on the screen later. But, again, it's a new era. You're on a new level. Do you feel like right now in your career going into this match that you're on the best run of where you are right now?
100%, because I've only retained a championship once before I managed to get this, and that was the Hardcore Championship against Aaron Blaze. But now I've retained this championship 2 times against Oliver Blade and Aaron Blaze. And against Aaron Blaze, it made me a double champion.
Convincing fashion, by the way. Convincing fashion. And on top of that, what you did to Aaron Blaze, you were a double champion. And you held the championship belt of something that had a couple of initials to it. And, he took that championship away from you. And, well, you did something to him. I'm going to put that up on the screen here in a few minutes. But you certainly made him pay for the way he took something with you that you never lost. He took that championship away from you that you never lost, and you made Aaron Blaze. You made your own headline, and what you did to him. You showed why you're on a whole new level. I'm on a whole new level. You are definitely, Dominic, on a new level, and you made Mr. Blaze pay for that there.
Yeah, I definitely made a statement with that. I mean, throughout the years of me being in YBW, I've been screwed of championships. Like, there's been several times, especially whenever Volador screwed me out of winning my first YBW World Heavyweight Championship because, of course, I almost snooped down to that level against the man I should not name. But Volador wanted to hit him, but he snooped down to that level and screwed me out of that. I mean, I've been screwed out of championships time and time again. And that's why I haven't retained. but now I've retained this a lot. So,
and this is what we, ladies and gentlemen, that those who didn't get a chance to see this, you laid down the line. You showed why. You've got that razor instinct. You've shown why that you're the man that everybody should be looking at as a headline. You're the man that's done that there, good sir. And Mr. Blaze,
I could say I laid down the headline.
You created your own headline. You created your own headline. Oh my God. You know, there's people out there in this circuit that were like, geesh, I would have liked to have done that, but you did that. You did that, Dominic. And this was payback. Remember what happened to you a couple of months ago, Dominic?
I mean, there's been several things that's been brewing with Aaron Blaze. Like, I show good sportsmanship against several people. Like, I'm the face of YBW. I always show good sport against my opponent.
I'm go further. Maybe you're the face of Pennsylvania backyard wrestling right now.
Maybe. Yeah, because YBW is the best in Pennsylvania. Come on now. But
well, you know what? I wasn't going to certainly question that. We got the subs. You're the champion. You're the one carrying YBW now to the trampoline. I mean, you're the one. And you're the one that's created the slide for Aaron Blaze. It wasn't outside interest. It wasn't this and that place and that wrestler that should name nameless. No, it's what you did. You did to him and beating him and getting 2 championships. And then when he took something away from you, look at what you just did to him.
I mean, all this here brewing, it stems from a lot because me and Aaron Blaze, we have had our feud ever since I debuted 5 to 6 years ago in YBW, and it's still going on, especially whenever the United Front was a thing. And now Aaron Blaze is on his own, and that's a different level.
He's on his own right now, and he keeps losing. I mean, Magnum Carter took him down, and we're going to see this coming up here at Anarchy.
Also, Oliver Blade put him down, too.
Yes, he did.
If you've seen that one.
I did see that one, but I got to plug this here first because there are some people here in the chat because we are on a whole new level right now on Sportswire. We got it here. Dominic versus Phantasma Volador here. Boy, it took me so many times. You know, Aaron, I think when he was here last, I couldn't get the name right. I think I finally got it right. But here we go. If Dom hits the Razor Instinction, he loses that world title, but he's got that title up and he's got that Razor Instinct to keep that YBW championship in his control. And I tell you what, he certainly could very well do that. He might be the most dominant Pennsylvania backyard wrestling champion in history. They talk about names from different places, but the run that you've been on, Dominic, I mean, it's just an unbelievable run. I want people to right now to go follow my friends in YBW. Let's go hit the sub button. I know some people haven't heard a lot of YBW on Sportswire. That time has changed. We are on a new level. It is YBW here on YouTube. They are closing in on 1,500 subs. I need you to support them. I want to support those that support us. Dominic is on YouTube. He's closing in on 250 subs. If you want to see Dominic put that Razor Instinct like out there to go do Fortnite streams or other gaming streams he does here and everything else he does, all different things he's got
There's
here.
also the one chip challenge in there, too, if you like spicy content with hot food.
Well, you know what? If you don't like hot food, but you want to see him kill some people in games and kill some objects in games, this is his YouTube channel. He's on Twitch. He's on Discord. He's on Instagram. He's on all those places. We are on a whole new level with him. Also, go out there, Dakota, give her a sub. She's closing in. I see her at 446. Get it to 450. There's a bunch of people in here. She got 2 subs since I put it up here. Go out and support her. Support those that support us. I also want to give a follow here because we are here with the Backyard Wrestling Nexus. I saw Anthony Arias is here. I know he's obviously got his own Razor Rage right out there right now, but our friends in YBW are in the Nexus, and I got to make sure we support the Nexus. Ace Reed is here. So if you want to go hit the sub button for our friends in the Nexus, check them out. Backyard Wrestling Nexus. Backyard Wrestling Nexus. They are closing in on 375 subs. So you support me, I'll support you. That's the way it goes around here. Subs going out. Amen. That's why Kyle, our guest here next Saturday night, Kyle Shelby's here. You're here right now. You got to be here for him. Be here for everybody, because if I support you, that means you get supported. We all support each other. So thank you for that. Let's support those that support us here. I like to always ask this question, Dominic. I always like to ask this to wrestlers on here. As we're heading toward the end of the year, we're going into 2025. I know we got this huge showdown coming up here next weekend, Anarchy Sanctum, but what are your goals coming up for 2025?
Well, I mean, my goals are definitely to take on either people I've taken on in YBW, and just like several other wrestlers in YBW have mentioned, they're willing new opponents, meaning people from other companies or just new people entirely to face. And I mean, even if it's new or old people, I'm willing to take on anyone.
Yeah.
For this.
Anyone. You want anyone.
And this is gonna stay with me for a long time. And just putting this out here. This championship is gonna lead me into 2025 because I'm gonna go back to me versus Volador. Volador really thinks he's gonna beat me, but yet he has seen, well, one side of me, which the side that he's seen of me was, well, no, he actually seen two sides of me, because, of course, what all the fans see is me being a good sport about winning or losing against opponents. But in this match at Anarchy Sanctum, I'm going to make sure I'm 2 steps ahead and make sure he doesn't see anything coming.
Are you sure
I got to do a different side of me.
Okay, well, when I get that, and I certainly appreciate the confidence, but he was your former tag team partner. He could certainly have learned from the mistakes that Oliver Blade and certainly Mr. Blaze made. He's now gotten a chance to see you defend and successfully defend those championships. Could you make the case that he now has learned from what they weren't able to do, and that's why maybe next weekend he's got a chance?
Well, I mean, he surely does have a chance. I mean, like he has in the past too, because me and him has faced each other for hardcore, which I've beat him for that too. But he definitely has a chance, because time and time again, we were tag partners, and of course, we got each other's movesets in the back of our head.
I think that sometimes, keep that in mind. And that's why it could still be a match that you can't really take it for granted. And there's a lot of people that would love to knock. What better way for Phantasma Volador to be able to do something for his career? Think about that. Headline for you. Headline. Phantasma Volador wins the YBW World Heavyweight Championship right after Black Friday, right before Cyber Monday, going into the holiday season. Boy, that would really put a huge cripple into your holiday season. I mean, you certainly won't be in the Christmas spirit if that's what you celebrate. Yeah. You won't be saying, ho, 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 Merry Christmas with that YBW Heavyweight Championship. As a matter of fact, if you don't watch it next weekend, I mean, Phantasma Volador, if he gets his way, could give you an early lump of coal. That's what could happen.
Yeah, I know. Like, I got all this confidence, but I'm not going to underestimate Volador at all, because a lot of people, either fans of YBW or other wrestlers, they doubt me. But my new saying is, don't doubt.
Why do you feel you're doubted? Tell me why for the audience. Why do you feel doubted?
A lot of people think I suck. People think I need to up my arsenal and whatnot. But,
well, you're here on Sportswire. You're in prime time. I mean, you made it, so you can't suck anymore. But who really cares what people think? You're the guy that's got the belt.
This is why I say don't doubt Dominic, because if people doubt me, then what is it for them? Because I definitely didn't doubt me. That's why I'm your YBW World Heavyweight Champion.
And you're the guy that, you know what? Everybody talked about Aaron Blaze, right? All this time, right? Aaron Blaze this, Aaron Blaze that. He's the headline. You know, he's been here, he's been there. But you know what, Dominic? Maybe you've been disrespected all this time. Maybe, Dominic, it should have been you for all these years we should have been speaking about. Maybe really the backyard and underground wrestling circuit would be so much different if we were talking about you instead. You know, Dominic, maybe you should have been the real headline for all this time. Do you feel you've been disrespected throughout these last few years? Do you feel that you should have gotten your due? And maybe that's why, you know, you feel a certain way.
I mean, I definitely think I've been disrespected, considering it. Like, say, if you would talk to Oliver Blade or other people in the YBW roster, I do show everyone respect. But if I don't get respect shown to me, then I'm not showing respect back. Like, I'm a respectful guy, in considering that I've always shown respect to YBW and the wrestlers. Walking into Anarchy Sanctum, I gotta switch it up a bit and be on my prime time against Volador. But like I said a few minutes ago,
Yeah.
and for all these fans here,
a lot of people here tonight, by the way.
Dominic.
I think people were waiting. You know what? I got to be honest. People were waiting for me to have a segment like this in a while. We've been doing some different.
I'm honestly surprised. But
surprised about what? What are you surprised about? Tell me what you're surprised about.
I mean, I'm surprised that people's been waiting for me to come up on here. I mean, I know
people have been waiting. I think that, you know, we really have. I mean, the last few weeks, if you look at on Sportswire, we've had some different type of guests on here in different avenues.
And I've been showing up in the chat as well.
I was going to get to that. And I think that that's why people tonight were waiting for somebody like you, because they want to hear some of the backyard wrestling standouts. They want to see who's on top. And that's why I think people were waiting for this. And, you know, I guess then what it seems to me like that you've done things the right way, but you were overlooked. And now you've got something to prove here. And that's why you're not going to lose grip of that championship anytime soon.
Yeah, and I'm not going to hold back on Volador either. Because if I hold back, I could potentially lose this championship.
And what would that do for your career? What if, God forbid, right, you lose the world championship next weekend?
I guess, I mean, I'm the one that revealed this championship to begin with. That new championship here.
But
I mean, that'd make Big Belt look bad.
Weekend, yeah, but you know what? Even further, you lose the title, especially now that YBW's got the YBW network. We've got the new website. I'm going to put the website up. We've got your YouTube channel. Please hit the sub button for Dom. He's on YouTube. He is the champion. He's certainly got a razor instinct. Don't be on the razor's edge. Hit the sub button for him. But, you know, YBW now has the trampoline. There's a lot of new additions to YBW. And if you go down next weekend, they'll forget about you. Everybody will be like, that was the guy that he was supposed to have been on a new level, but he's yesterday's headline, figuratively and literally. I know it's a lot to think about. That's why you need to go and have another drink there.
Yeah, no.
Trust me, I know the feeling.
I mean, I'm not going to doubt Volador in any means, and I also hope Volador doesn't doubt me, and the fans better not doubt me, because
why do you think the fans
I'm going to make sure my championship right here stays with me. It's not gone anywhere.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find out.
Man, just looking at that picture, at that picture of Volador thinking he's going to be the next YBW World Champion. Just wait, buddy. Just wait.
But you know what? But if you were him, wouldn't you think the same way? You
wouldn't think
the same way? You know how he thinks.
I mean, I definitely would. I definitely would, but at the same time, I think I've definitely, like, Volador has always said that I'm always going to be in his shadow.
Yeah.
Well, Anarchy Sanctum, I'm going to show him why I was never in his shadow, that he was always in my shadow.
And you got a lot to prove. I'm going to get to the chat because the chat's starting to get antsy. Now I see. We're going to get to the chat because there's some competitors here from outside places that they want to talk to you. And I'm going to get to them in a minute. You hang on tight here. But, you know, you do have a lot to prove now because there is a big turnout here tonight. And there's a lot of people that they would say, you know what, this guy Dominic, he loses next weekend. Who was he? He was a punchline. So you got a lot to prove now that you got your competitors here, your contemporaries. They're here right now. Your contemporaries from other places in the underground wrestling circuit, the backyard wrestling circuit.
Yeah.
They're here now because you're the man in YBW, not Aaron Blaze. He's yesterday's headline. But if you lose to your former tag team partner and you lose that YBW title, it was nice knowing you, kid. But everyone's going to be like, who? Who was he? Dominic? I know plenty of Dominics where I'm from in Brooklyn and Staten Island. You'd be just like anybody else, any other Dominic I know in the neighborhood. Hey, what's the matter with you? So you got to go out there and win or else forget about you.
Yeah, I cannot lose because I got this on my shoulder. And if I lose this, I pretty much lost everything.
You will.
But
you will.
I'm not going to let that happen.
You will have lost everything because you talked about how it meant to you to win the world title. You talked about the length it took and what happened for the first title run, and it was taken away from you. You talked about all that. So undoubtedly, you have a lot to prove here. We are certainly on a new level here before I get to the chat. This is YBW's Instagram page. Go out there right now. Do me a favor, give YBW a follow. If you don't do that, you're going to get a chance to see what Dominic's going to do in the rest of the card here coming up next weekend. Very excited about that. We are on a whole new level here on Sportswire Radio. I also want to make sure you go out there and hit a sub for YBW's YouTube channel because I see we have some new subscribers tonight, which I want to say thank you for that. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your hard work. Go out there and continue to hit the sub button for YBW. They are closing in on 1,500 subscribers. They have a website. They got a whole bunch of different things. I want to go out there and make sure we support that. I also want to support our friend Dakota Riley. She's trying to get to 500 subscribers. She's at 447 now. So if you're here in the chat, she does a great job. She does a lot of behind-the-scenes wrestling work, and she's trying to get to 500 subscribers. She's big on TikTok. I promised I'd help her get some more subscribers. So please go out there and support this young lady. She shows up to all these shows that the IMF has, and she's always there early. She's out there helping the wrestlers, and I want to help those that help us. So that's Dakota's page. It's at Dakota Riley _25. Go hit a sub. And we thank for that. But it's time to get to the chat, Dominic, because you're the champion and the people are right now because we are on a whole new level. Let me get to some people here. Zilla, who's been in the YBW stream, would like to say hello. Yep.
Hello. And she has said hi to me in the chat before whenever I pop in.
Oh, now you're live.
Whenever other people are on. Yep.
Now you're live in prime time.
What's up, Zilla?
And we are here in prime time. It feels good to be in prime time. That's for sure.
YBW's up in here.
We are here. We are on a new. I'm on a new level. YBW is on a new level. YBW is on a new level. That's right. I'm trying to burst out into a couple of rhymes, but we are certainly no Dominic. We certainly don't want to live on that razor's edge. The world champion is live here on Sportswire. Yeah, it's going to be very be good. It's been good so far. Jesse's Outdoors channel. I am tuned in while playing Red Dead. Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, what's good, Jesse?
How you doing, Jesse? Make sure you hit the sub for all of us. Yep. I'm on Sportswire Radio.
I know who exactly that is there.
Well, it ain't. I tell you what, it ain't Phantasma Volador. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
YBW's new Ace Andrews, by the way, big matches got coming up in Anarchy.
Yeah. So the Jesse Outdoor Wrestling or Outdoor whatever it was called again, I forget, but Jesse is Ace Andrews, so
which is going to be also he's also competing for the YBW.
Yep, he's also on the card too.
He was competing for the Breakouts Championship, which is held by Magnum Carter, who also defeated Aaron Blaze recently. But you did that first.
Yep. Hey, Jesse, or Ace Andrews, as people's gonna know you in YBW. I wish you luck. But you also have to go through Magnum Carter and Oliver Blade, which
well, you know
I've
what?
already beat Oliver Blade. So, but good luck. That's definitely gonna be a hell of a fight for you, especially you being the newcomer.
Well, that's going to be a razor blade suitcase like a type of match. That reminds me of the Bush album. I think Bush has an album, Razor Blade and Suitcase, which was like one of their biggest albums. Abraham Storm.
W's up in here. What's good?
We're going to get to, I got a lot of comments. I'm going to get to everybody here. Zilla's in the house. Thank you, Zilla, for that. Yes, hello there. Apparently, I'm a thing on WWE 2K24. I have no idea why, but
I wouldn't doubt it. Maybe I'll have to download you. Or maybe I gotta upload myself so people can download me.
Well, you're the champion.
I don't know.
I'm a nobody. Listen, I'm a nobody. Nobody knows me. I know nothing about anything. So you don't want to download me. You
got fans here too. So
well, I mean,
I'm not the only one with fans.
They're just feeling sorry for me. I think that's what it is.
Nah, I think they want to see you become a wrestler. I mean, you built your own fan base off of here.
You know, I think my mother would like to see that, but we're not going to do that right now. A lot of people would, but I think those days are for other people. Speaking of people, Anthony Arias is in the house. Also, the Razor Rage-filled Anthony Arias, who certainly got a lot on his mind. He'll be back here on Sportswire on December the 27th. We have some FBW stars. Our world champion Sam Reeves is in the house in a couple of weeks. He'd like to say hello. How you doing, Anthony? Blaze isn't here at the moment. Eamon Arson from commentary managing the main account. So Eamon Arson.
Yeah, Eamon Arson.
Yep. Get Arson, Blaze. But Eamon's doing a great job. We love.
I hope Eamon Arson's a fan of me because I've heard his commentary, and surely as hell he's surprised on how far I came.
Well, I think that he would. I think that I think there's a lot of fans of yours tonight. Got a big crowd tonight on Sportswire. Have a huge crowd. So I would definitely say that there's a lot of fans of yours. Let your heart not be troubled. We'll take care of that. Yes, hello to Ace.
Yeah, Jesse Outdoor. That's Ace Andrews.
Ace Andrews will definitely say hello. Hello there. Want to say hello to my friend, Mr. Jake Dvorak. Jake is, of course, the man that does a lot in our circuit for our friends in NEW, Underground Wrestling, who are definitely on a new level. And they're going to be on such a new level coming up in a few weeks that his company's going into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. We'd like to say hello to Jake. They had a great show earlier today, which I got a chance to watch a little bit of. And also congratulations to two of his wrestlers, D Savage and Power Surge, who just won tag team championships in the Pennsylvania wrestling circuit there. Congratulations. Everybody's doing great. We're on a new level here. Hello to Jake. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Chilling and rocking out and playing WWE 2K24. If you actually want to play the game, believe it or not, if you'd like to play, I actually do have another YouTube channel, the Promo Wrestling Federation, which we're also live on here. So if you'd like to check that out, James Taylor used to own it, but I own it. I don't know much about it, but we're on YouTube live here. So if you'd like to hit a sub for us, hit the sub button for all of us. We'll thank you for that. Let's get to some more comments. Want to say hello to my friends, one half of the Wrestling Zero Tag Team Champions, Rob Ryan. We love Rob, and certainly the Shoguns are here. And boy, they got a lot to say. And if you have a chance, go out and check out the latest Wrestling Zero show. All the way in Australia, Rob is here with us. And Rob is such a good friend that I'm going to put the YouTube page up for our friends at Wrestling Zero. So do me a favor. Go hit the sub button for Wrestling Zero, Wrestling_Zero with an X. We're closing in on 125 subs. And Yoshi Matsuda was here last week here, basically on Monday, and they're going to see a lot more coverage of Wrestling Zero on Sportswire Radio because I'm on the board of directors. We thank everybody for that. Thank you, Zilla. Yes, gobble, gobble, turkey, turkey. Although I don't know about you where you are, Dominic, but I actually have turkeys in my neighborhood. They actually show up, so I don't like to.
You got turkeys there?
I got turkeys in Staten Island. Yes, we have turkeys. We have deer. We have geese. But
there's definitely deer around here. I mean, a few years back, there used to be chickens walking on the road. I don't know why.
Well, years ago, I will tell you, when I was probably about 15 years ago, there was a woman that still had a rooster, actually like 4 blocks from my house. It was a rooster. You'd hear it, and unfortunately, God rest her soul, but she used to have that. She used to have a rooster.
But the yard that we actually use for YBW is actually my front yard outside there. So
oh wow, well lucky
there's
you.
that too.
Oh, we love the great outdoors. What did I think of Gladiator 2? I loved Gladiator 2, but I can't spoil it. It just came out, so I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah,
But
no, I need to see it because I've seen the first Gladiator. I haven't
you
seen
should
the
see it
second one.
because you're the guy that's obviously got all these razor moves. So you would like all the razors that were used to literally the edge, get it, knives.
Yeah,
You'd like all that. It was a really good movie. I don't want to spoil it, but I would
yeah.
really
The first
recommend it.
one was amazing. So yeah.
This was really good. Speaking of people, one of your contemporaries, Ace Reed, he is the Wrestling Zero champion. He's the man that's the BWDU champion, and he is here live. And I'd like to say hello all the way from Australia. Australia is in the house. We got Rob Ryan and Ace Reed, Wrestling Zero. Please hit the sub button for Wrestling Zero. We want to make sure we do that. I want to say hello to my buddy Drake Golddragon. Drake Golddragon. I haven't seen Drake Golddragon here in a while, and I hope you're doing well, my brother. Thank you for your support. Yes, thank you, Dakota. Thank you for your support. You keep showing up to the streams, Dakota. I will drag you to the 500 subs because I'm here twice tomorrow. So you show up. I'm here 5 o'clock and I'm here 9 o'clock Eastern time. 5 o'clock, I'm here with Darius from the Promo Wrestling World. He's been a number of different promotions. And I'm here 9 o'clock with Chronic Gamer. We're doing a charity thing. So if you want to check out that.
You know what?
Yes.
After I get off of here, I definitely need to show Coda some support and drop her a sub too.
Yeah, well,
just like I'll do for anyone else here. But yeah,
well, you're getting the subs. We're gonna put your YouTube link up here in a minute. My man Kyle Shelby says he's the greatest world champion in the history of underground wrestling and the greatest professional wrestler. He's got a few more comments, so it'll tie into it. We'll see here. Don't cry on me. I don't need you to cry. I need you to just keep doing what you're doing. Yep, there you go. Zilla the Killer. Kyle will come in. You don't have to shout me out. I get enough shout outs, but I appreciate that. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate that. Also, he wants to say, money shot, baby. Big up PA. Big up YBW. Big up Never Down. Bad guys run the town. So I guess he's saying that he appreciates you. I don't know. He likes spicy content, but I'm not talking about no food.
Yeah, no, I know what he means about that. Hey, I don't got any of that.
I'm a family station. We don't do any of that, but I tell you what we do because
Dominic,
we are going to put his YouTube link up. Razor Instinct. Go out there, hit the sub button.
Razor Instinct YT. Yep.
Subs going out right now. Don't say that LOL. Yes, do more interviews. Tag me on them if you like. But the first of a few comments from your competitors. Let's go to him here. Abraham Storm says, you and him someday, spear versus spear. What do you say?
Maybe. Who knows in the future that could happen. I definitely need to talk to the management of YBW. Maybe they can make that happen.
Do you welcome outside competitors?
Oh, what? Sorry, you kind of cut out there.
Do you welcome outside competitors to maybe want to challenge you and test their skills in YBW?
Hey, I mean, anyone that would like to come to YBW, that's definitely cool with it. I'm definitely cool with it, but like I said, YBW management has to be on the same page as well.
Well, you know what? I think this.
But I welcome any talent.
Well, this one person, I don't know if you've heard of him. He's a very well-known figure. He is the Blizzard and ALW champion. He is the Evil Angel Judas, and he's made quite a name for himself these last several months. He wants to say good evening, the first of a few comments. And yes, hello there to our young gun friends. Hello there. But, you know, this is what Judas wants to say to you. People doubt Dominic. Maybe YBW needs a real champion that no one has ever doubted. I may know a guy. Now, Mr. Blaze and Mr. Judas had a back and forth here a couple of months ago on Sportswire, and a lot of people still maybe remember that. And is Mr. Judas implying that you're not a real champion? Is he calling you a paper champion, Dominic? And maybe, I guess those...
I think he's trying to get at that I'm just sitting in the YBW championship, like seat until a better champion comes around. But I don't think that's the case. I'm not just some random champion to just get rolled around in the mud and lose it. No, I'm on a new level, like Tom has been saying. So
I'm on a new level.
I'm not a just transitional champion. Now, I'm definitely the real YBW World Heavyweight Champion.
This guy showed up now,
not like some others.
But in his company, he has been a champion for hundreds and hundreds of days, for years. And ALW, I mean, he's dealt with the likes of this guy, Big Man Cam, who's the ROBW champion, and he's going toe-to-toe with a guy in Darkron, who's a backyard wrestling legend. And, you know, he's not afraid. He doesn't pull any punches, and he shows up in a suit and tie, and he's not afraid, you know, and he lives in Ohio. Last I checked, Ohio and Pennsylvania aren't too far from each other.
It's right next to each other. I mean, hell, I'm not going to back down from a fight at all.
Well, you know what? This guy, Judas, I'll tell you what.
So hell, if you want to do a champion versus champion match, come to Pennsylvania there, man. YBW management can definitely make that happen too.
Your management, though, you got to check with. But I think your management knows who he is. Your management knows who. Judas
is. And they probably can make it happen. I don't know how management would feel. Oh, there's Aaron Blaze. He just had to put the cap in there.
He showed up here in hiding.
Sure, Aaron Blaze, you're capping.
Well, you know what? After what you did to him and everybody else has been doing to him in YBW, he has decided to show up.
So much cap.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to put this picture
Hey,
up.
Blaze, I hope you don't forget what I did to you with the CCW championship there, buddy.
Well, how about
I hope
this?
you can always remember that one.
And you got those championship belts. That's there. That's the post.
Evidence.
And the new YBW champion, the Evil Angel Judas, has a great ring to it.
Nah, I don't like it, man. I'm sorry. I'm still going to be your YBW World Heavyweight Champion, and you're going to do nothing about it there, man.
You got to get through Phantasma Volador first. Volador, you got to get through the volatile situation. Yes, we're praying for Mama Judas. Yes, Mama Judas. We hope everyone's doing well. Definitely keep that in our thoughts and prayers. Speaking of people who I know obviously are going to be very busy coming up next weekend as well, the owner of ROBW, James Taylor, saying hello, maybe scouting you out.
I've tuned in a few of the ones that he's been in.
He's going to be here this week. If he's not doing anything on Turkey Day, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble.
Yeah.
Gobble, gobble. Michigan and Pennsylvania, you guys aren't too far from each other either, Michigan and Pennsylvania.
I don't even know how far that is.
Well, you're not too far from me, but the funny thing is you feel so far away. That's the funny thing. I'm in New York City. You feel so far away.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know, a few hours. I don't know.
3 hours maybe? Are you past the
something
Poconos?
like that.
Are you past the Poconos?
I'm in the middle of Pennsylvania.
So you're in central Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Okay, so you're probably like 4 hours maybe by car?
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
Hey, Zilla, I appreciate it, though.
Well, that's what she says, and she believes in you. We all believe in you. Well, some people do. Mr. Shelby would like to say, Mr. Taylor, hello to James Taylor. Hello, James. He wants to be signed by James Taylor. I don't know if James
Taylor's like, I'll make you rich. I think Taylor's already rich there.
I think with all those TikTok followers, I think he made it. He's got like 90,000 on TikTok, 41,000 on YouTube. Others on Instagram and other places. And Mr. Blaze, Pennsylvania is right next door. Who knows who will show up? Maybe I can create a new headline and make some waves like I always do. And speaking of other people who also aren't too far from your state, the DBW World Heavyweight Champion, Brandon Costelli, a man that rocks hard as a mauler, and he impressively took his company's championship away from this guy, Mr. Judgment, who's very well known in the Northeast wrestling circuit, up and down the.
I mean, it looks like here I got so many challengers waiting to come against me here.
Oh, you know what? Well, Brandon's a very formidable opponent. He's been around too a long time, just defeated Mr. Judgment. VTW, he's a part of a wonderful promotion, and, you know, he wants to go overseas even. I'm going to try to make his dream come true going overseas. I'm going to try. You know, I can't guarantee, but, Brandon is a very worthy champion, and that's why he's here. And, you're on a whole new level. That song was really good. Whoever put that together there in the YBW package. I'm sorry. Spoken like a younger Shelby. Yes, sir. I can see it plain as day. Dominic, I'll say this to you. Be relentless and dominate your sector. Be undisputed. Some good words. They're good advice, don't you think?
For sure. For
Good
sure.
advice. It's a good advice. Okay, all right.
Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
isn't he a champion in his own right? So I mean, I'll take it.
Well, a lot of the
I'll
people
take
you're
any
talking
advice I can
to,
get.
well, the people you're talking to are all world champions. The people that you're talking to are all they've accomplished.
Yeah, I mean, there has to be some mutual respect there with everyone that I'm talking to being world champions. I mean, hell, even if someone doesn't like each other, there has to be at least some respect being a world champion in different companies.
I think
And I'll take any advice I get from other world champions. So,
well, I'll tell you what. This is the one, and we're here with Dominic, the YBW World Heavyweight Champion. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. Your voice, figuratively and literally, where all wrestling matters. This is the one platform where you get a chance to see different companies. You get a chance to see different people from different backgrounds, and it's the one place that you get a chance to see all that. And I think that that's what we're seeing here tonight. And I think it's a good to see. Dakota wants to say hello. We appreciate that. BYW for WWEID. Backyard Wrestling for the. Are you interested in the WWID program? So you should be interested in that, right? Because you're the champion, right? That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
I don't know what the WWEID program is. That's
it's for independent. I haven't heard. I'll tell you what it is. So if you're an independent wrestler right now, WWE would put you through a program to see if you could potentially fit in and be a roster member. So think of it like if you're a sports fan and you go and sign a contract to play for like an independent baseball league, and that baseball league might have some type of connection to the big leagues. It's the same thing, more or less. So,
I mean, there's definitely so much more I gotta learn before I even think about doing that. Because
you gotta go defend your championship next weekend. Let me go put it out there first. You gotta defend your championship, and also let me just do it just so I can get it at 450 tonight. She's at 448, so she's 2 away from 450. Let's get it to 450. She's almost there. So we got a nice little turnout here. We'll put this up. From Ace Andrews, Oliver Blaze is going to be easy. It's Magnum Carter who's going to be hard to beat. He's a beast. What do you think happens there in the Breakouts Championship match? I'll put the poster up for the audience. What do you think happens there?
Well, I mean, from Ace Andrews saying that, I mean, as you guys all see here, Ace Andrews is definitely saying Oliver Blade's going to be easy and Magnum Carter's going to be the one that's going to be hard to beat. I mean, to be fair, at Over Siege, Oliver put up a good fight, but hell, I haven't seen Ace Andrews wrestle before, so this is going to be interesting. But now, Magnum Carter, there's definitely a lot there to say, considering he's the one that defeated Monstruct, and Monstruct was the one that actually defeated me in a champions versus champions matchup whenever I was hardcore champion and he's breakouts champion. So, I mean, Magnum Carter right there is already most likely going to be the fan favorite within the match, considering he's the biggest and he's the reigning champion.
And he's been very impressive so far on YBW. It's going to be a banger of a match. We'll definitely see what happens. Yep.
I mean, I would definitely like to see my brother Oliver Blade become a champion, but I don't see it happening against Magnum Carter and Ace Andrews. I mean, one day I see Oliver Blade becoming champion.
But why
and
not
then,
next
of course,
weekend?
as well.
Why not next weekend?
I mean, triple threats. Don't get me started with those, because there's more that you have to watch out for.
Magnum Carter only has a 33.3% chance of retaining the title.
I mean, I'm the one that actually voted for Oliver Blade in that contest, but
what a way to sell you who you just picked.
Well, I mean, there's that, but no, like, I can see it happening, but at the same time, he has to go through Ace Andrews and Magnum Carter. I mean, triple threats, especially for a championship, it depends on how you think of it, is how if you're gonna retain or lose the championship. And now with all that being said, there I mean there's high likely that Oliver Blade well there's a high chance that Oliver Blade will become Breakouts champion. There's a high chance Ace Andrews will become Breakouts champion, or there's a high chance that Magnum Carter will retain. I mean,
There's
all
three
three have
outcomes.
it
Listen,
in their favor.
there's
Yeah,
three outcomes. And if you want to buy some merchandise, Dominic has some merchandise that's 33% off, right? To get it 33% off, it's 33.3% chance of Oliver Blade winning the Breakouts championship. But
yeah,
there is
wow.
some merchandise.
That's a coincidence, but no,
I actually did that on purpose. because I thought about it, I'm like, let me do this on purpose. And there you go there.
but yeah, no,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, like three outcomes. Oliver Blade could become champion, Ace Andrews can become champion, or Magnum Carter can retain. I mean, I definitely would like to see my brother get his first championship. Like I said, that's why I voted for Oliver Blade, because I would like to see it happen. But triple threats are harder to win in,
Yeah.
especially with no rules. Like anything goes.
That's right. That's right. And let's get to some more comments because we can certainly see what the chat's saying. Thank you, Dakota. I appreciate all the IMF is doing for our sport, and they'll all be back here very soon. Stay tuned on that announcement. Zilla's a big fan of yours. I got to ask you something. There's this guy, Chase Wakefield, now. Now, he's from Pennsylvania. Now, I don't know if you know anything about Chase Wakefield, but this guy, Chase Wakefield, he's getting married in your state, and he's got a wedding invitation. It's supposed to be the biggest wrestling super show in history. He's got a whole list of talents invited from the independent wrestling scene, underground, backyard, and he just had a match announcement here, and we got a bunch of different names I see here. Brandon Costelli, who we just saw in the chat. Silas Walker. D'Lo Smith's a guy I know. Nikki Chooch, who is from New York, but I ain't seen him in my neck of the woods. And a guy that was just here Wednesday, Andrew Lovelace. And these guys got a match. I know Mr. Wakefield will talk about this next month on Sportswire Radio, but you're the YBW champion. You're from the state of Pennsylvania. You could be neighbors with this guy Wakefield, and he's getting married, having this big wrestling super show. And where's the invite to Dominic?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anyone on the YBW roster having an invite, especially the hardcore and breakouts champions. Like, none of the YBW champions had an invite. Where's that?
But you're the guy that's on top. You're the guy that disposed and dispatched of Aaron Blaze. You're the guy that took that championship belt and put it to his head. And you're the guy that's used your own razor instincts to defeat Oliver Blade, your brother. And obviously we know that Phantasma Volador, whatever you want to call him at this point. But
Yeah.
But you're the champion. And yet I don't see this match announcement with Dominic. It's Brandon Costelli and Silas Walker and Andrew Lovelace and Nikki Chooch and D'Lo Smith. And those are five hell of a competitors. I mean, those are five fantastic talents. Four of them have been on Sportswire Radio. I mean, I would put my money on any of these guys. But do you want to be invited to the wedding? Do you want to be there? Do you want to show up? Do you feel that you should be invited? I mean,
well, I mean, I know I'm definitely making a name for myself. And hell, in the backgrounds of all of this defending championship stuff, I am working and making that money. Just like how Aaron Blaze.
You're on a new level. You are on a new level.
Exactly. Like Aaron Blaze just said, I'm a normal gamer. Nah, I got more money than that man has, so I'd be making the money.
Well, you certainly do have more money than Aaron Blaze. I, with all due respect, don't know if you have more money than Mr. Wakefield, because his wedding's going to be very expensive.
Yeah, nah, that's impossible. But
Yeah.
Hell, I mean, if I get an invite, who knows? Maybe I'll show up.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Depending if
I'll
it
tell you what.
happens.
You're on my platform, and I'm the man that's giving Mr. Wakefield the opportunity each month to certainly talk about this show. I'm gonna make sure Mr. Wakefield is reminded of this when he's here next month, because he's gonna be here in a few weeks.
Yeah,
So
he just needs to hit me up on Instagram then.
Well, that's his Instagram right now, Mr. Wakefield. And if you want to follow Dominic's Instagram page, I'm going to put that up right now for you because we're very excited.
Yeah, I have two of them. I got my wrestling account and then my main account.
But he's only 14 followers away from 2,000 right now. So do me a favor. Go follow him on Instagram. He's at 1,986 followers. He's 14 followers away, and I've got 23 people watching me right now. That's just on the video. So that means you're
I'll
here.
just make it to 2,000 on my main.
That's it. Rob, we're doing great. Thank you for that.
I think people... I think I'm almost to 100 on my wrestling account.
Okay, well, I can put that up. I can put that up. I'll do it right now. YBW. There we go. Ta-da! There you go. 59. So yeah, get him to 60. Somebody follow him on Instagram. Get him to 60, and we'll thank you later. Oh, I definitely loved it. I just showed it right now, Chase Wakefield. I just spoke about it. I'm going to be talking about that with you in a couple weeks, and you should have told me that Wednesday Andrew Lovelace was here. What's the matter with you? You should have knew your guest. Mike, listen, in his match he just announced, the guy was here Wednesday, Andrew Lovelace, a respected wrestler. He was here Wednesday. What a great segment that would have been, but that's okay. It's okay.
I'll definitely have to tune in whenever Chase is on Sportswire.
He's coming on. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. That. The Dawn's March is definitely returning, and Silas Walker and Brandon Castillo. What an interesting team that's going to be with the third person. I think I know who the third person is, but that's going to be a really interesting match, and I'm really looking forward to talking about that because both these guys are going to be here coming up. Thumbs up, yep. Dominic versus Owen or Ryan from MEBW would go hard. Want to say anything?
I mean, that would definitely be a newer opponent. I mean, to be fair, I don't know who that is, but I guarantee you he will definitely put up a good fight.
Well, I'll tell you what I do want to do. If you're here for the first time, do me a favor, hit the sub button for me. I'm on Sportswire Radio 6579. If you're also here, we got a big turnout tonight. YBW has got a YouTube channel. I need you to hit that because YBW is closing in on the 1,500 subscriber button. So please go out there, support those who support us. I got a ton of comments here. Chase Wakefield, I love it. Yep, we all love it. Thank you, Dakota. Thank you, Outcast. This is a family chat. It is a family chat. I say it all the time.
It is.
I've been doing this 6 years. Have you ever heard me curse on Sportswire? No. I'm on a new level. Yeah, it was funny. Outcast, BTW Outcast. Yeah, I think. How you doing, Jason Parker? I know Jason Parker. Jason, good to see you, my man. It has been a minute. I knew you would. YBW welcomes all. Chase, who's my new part? It's a great question. That's a very good question. And I hope we could talk about that here. Big fans of you guys. Yes, California. We love California. California in the city of Compton. Yep, we definitely know our friends in Compton. Yes, you're not in Compton, though, but most people wouldn't be in Compton. Yes, there. Hi to Brandon. Yes, mystery opponent. Yes, Brandon. It is a mystery opponent, and I may give Brandon a follow. Let me give Brandon a nice little follow. Brandon's been very kind to be here. I'm in the early holiday spirit. Brandon's closing in on 500 followers. Do me a favor, everybody. Go follow Brandon. He's the DBW champion. He's 9 followers away from 500. In case you noticed, he loves his fiance. So, well, he should because he's not like Chase Wakefield. Chase Wakefield's getting married and having a wrestling super show. So obviously, Mr. Castelli's probably a lot more got a lot more common sense. But there he is. He's a big man. He's a big man. He's also a fellow streamer. He's a vlogger. Go give him a follow on Instagram. Now he's gonna want to beat me up, but that's okay. I'll let you know at the wedding. All I can say is he knows how to party. Okay, I know it's not me. Stunner versus Spear. I
mean, I do my own version of the Stunner as well. So,
well, That's why he said that. Well, he was in the chat. I think it was the was it the show, the last show? I think he was in the stream and in the comments, Mr. Taylor. I'm going to ask Mr. Taylor about you. He's here on Turkey Day, by the way. So if you're not doing anything on Thanksgiving night, James Taylor.
No, I'm going to be busy, but I'll still try to tune in.
He'll be here in the chat. He'll be here. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. Okay. Dakota's going to training. Good. Everybody should go to training, and I can't wait to be in the ring. Yeah, you should be here too. Hell yeah, Coda. Thank you for that. IMF is slowly forming a women's division. Absolutely on that. And while we're here, because we're trying to get her to 500 subscribers, let me push it one more time before I get to what I eventually want to give to you, champ. Get Dakota to 500 subscribers. She's at 448. Let her get to 450 by tonight. I promised her I'd get her to 450. She's 2 away. She's Dakota Riley _25. So definitely not to be confused with the guy I know, Ray Riley. Not a big fan of him, but I won't get into why. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just say we'll move on from that.
Yeah, you're just going to have to send me that link to that, but I could definitely
I'll send it to you off the air.
I don't mind. Yep.
IMF is slowly forming a women's division. Yes, that's good news. We love to see that. Appreciate your help, Tom, and give this reign everything you have and you show. Oh, well, you want to be a great champion, Brandon. You're going to be a great champion. Don't you worry about that. I have no doubt about that. I'm going to see you in the month of December. So you will. And there's Brandon again. There he is, and get him another follow here. He's 9 followers away from 500. So. Let's do that here. Good luck. Yep. And there's congratulations, Chase. Maybe Kyle's going to be at the wedding. Yeah. Is Kyle invited? Chase, you got to invite Kyle at the wedding. There is Andrew Lovelace. By the way, Mr. Lovelace was our guest on Wednesday's show. And he's the man, by the way, that's wrestling in the new announced match. And he's wrestling 2 guys I don't think he's teamed with before against the Dawn's March. And Nikki Chooch and D'Lo Smith. Unless I'm missing something. I don't think he's wrestled them. But, I don't know. He's going to be here January the 8th to talk about that. A lot of people here, Dominic. Dominic, the chat is fired up. It's almost like Andrew got back single when this match card shows up on the screen. Well, it's Sportswire. Everybody, we have 1,300 plus subscribers. People hear their name and they show up. That's what it comes down to. Hello there, because he's Batman. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun tonight. Hello to our friends in WCE. Sean Jovi is here Tuesday night. I hear some things about WCE. I'll leave it at that. I thought that Liz was going to say the goof of all time. The goof. I could be the goofball of all time. I could be the goof. We just subscribed. By the way, YBW got another subscriber there. Boy, I tell you what, that's what we do on Sportswire.
Yeah, no, all the subscribers are well appreciated from YBW.
We definitely appreciate that. We love our friends. We love DBW's here. WCE is here. ROBW is here. It is good to have the community here. Wrestling Zero is here. The IMF is here. Andrew Lovelace is here. Wrestling Zero. I could be better. I had my family friends pass away. I have a funeral to go to. My thoughts and prayers. Anything you need from me, let me know off the air. Certainly, I just want to say I'm sorry about that, and we really want to pray for your family friend. I hope it's not the one we thought about for the not Konakumi, but you cursed on the air, but I don't curse on the air. That's the difference. You may do it, but Chase is just a G. Give me a reasoning. Kyle's here next Sunday. Yeah, but a James Taylor stunner. You want a match with James Taylor? You want a match with him?
I mean, if he's up for it.
Well, he's got to travel to Pennsylvania.
I mean, I'm up for any match. But like you said earlier, I got to get through Volador first.
You definitely have to get through Volador first. And we have a lot more comments here. The people have fired up here. Whoever made the spicy content comment, this is a fair. Yeah. And that was Kyle, because I said that we are a family channel.
And it's because I was talking. It was because I was talking about the one chip challenge, and then they switched it up onto other stuff.
You were talking about the chip challenge, and I say we're a family. And we do. I have the first Black British boxer, I believe, in history to afford 100 fights next week. I have 2 soccer coaches to follow me. So yeah, we're a family station. The big guns are here. What do you want me to say? But if you are here, WCE Dakota, that's her YouTube channel. That's the follow page. Go do that. When am I coming on again? I got you, I think, in December sometime. I don't have you scheduled for November, but we can definitely do something in the middle of the month. So yeah, we can definitely get you back on here in December. Definitely middle of the month would be good. Yeah, that's Dakota's page. That's the sub button. It's Dakota Riley _25. Dakota Riley _25. Family. I'm gonna live with that. I love your accent. Thank you for that. Yes, I appreciate that. Well, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I mean, what can I tell you? I grew up in Bay Ridge and Dyker Heights, and I live in Staten Island, and I've spent most of my time in South Brooklyn. That's what can I tell you. If you ever, I'm definitely open to that. Definitely let me know. We could definitely talk about your journey. I was getting away with it. It's all good, Kyle. You know we love you, bro. We can't wait for next Sunday night. I'm excited about you coming here. You know that everybody loves you here, and that we're happy to have you. And yes, Brooklyn, my home. Brooklyn, as Wade me. Have you been to Brooklyn before? You're a Pennsylvania guy. Have you been to Brooklyn?
I haven't. No, I've only been to Delaware and Maryland. That's all I've been to.
Brooklyn. You got to come to Brooklyn. My home. I still is my home. I haven't. I still really consider myself a Brooklyn guy. Yeah, we love you, Kyle. But yeah, Brooklyn means a lot to me. South Brooklyn, especially from Bay Ridge to Marine Park. All my people there. My Russians in Manhattan Beach and Sheepshead Bay. I want to give them a plug before I give you something real.
Nope, are you still there? You're cutting out.
I will most certainly never forget you. So thank you to Miss
Hello?
Angela. Yep. Now, do you hear me now?
Yeah, yep, you're there now. You're cutting out.
It's the Wi-Fi. But thank you to everybody. Dominic, I got a couple things I got to run through with you. But definitely let's talk about it. I will message you when we're off the air. Definitely let's make it happen when we're off the air. Or send me a message on Facebook so I remember. Message me on Facebook. Thank you. And it's definitely everybody wants to come on, but definitely message me on Facebook and we'll make a day. Wherever World of T-shirts is, I'm sure good. I got a couple things I got to run through with you, but I promised you tonight I would give you something. I know you're the champion. I know you have a lot to prove. Okay. You've been obviously going back and forth with this chat. This chat's been live and this chat's been animated tonight. One of the more animated chats I've had on Sportswire in a while. But I do have to present something to you because I promised you something. Only if I can maybe change my mind and, not show it to the chat, but it's up to you. What do you think?
I mean, I think it should be shown to the chat.
You think so? You think so? You're okay with
it? They deserve it because, the ones that's been sitting in here, they're probably wondering what you're giving me. And I'm definitely wondering what you're giving me. So
you're wondering, you have no idea what it is. That's why you have to know what it is.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm going to do that here right now for you because right now, there we go. That's the wrong button. But here we go. For those that are listening and watching here in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage on this date, November 23rd, 2024. It is Dominic Day on all Sportswire radio platforms, including YouTube at Sportswire Radio, 6579, Twitch at Sportswire Radio, TikTok at Sportswire Radio, X at Thomas Price 2017, Instagram at The Sports Report 2021, Tumblr at Sportswire Radio, Facebook at Sportswire Radio, Facebook at Sports Report X, sportswireradio.org, and Instagram, The Sports Report 2021, and my Facebook at Tom Bryce. It is Dominic Day. Congratulations, champion.
Thank you. You got me speechless here, but I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, you speechless?
Yeah.
Well, you just hang on for a second because I do have one question though for you. How much do you weigh?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely a light person. I'm just barely over 100 pounds, like 101 and 102, which that's probably a shocker to everyone, but yeah.
Big shock, right? Big shock, right? Now, I was wondering if, I know you're speechless, right? You don't have much more to say tonight, right? Not much more to say, obviously.
Well, I got more to say, but that certificate just, I was speechless on that.
Do you think that if I had a surprise for you, that you would be even further speechless, or what? I do have a surprise for you.
Most likely, yeah, because people can't keep surprises from me for long. So
you want me to show this surprise? I could tell this surprise to move forward and just say, come by another time. But it's up to you. It's only up to you.
You can show it.
You sure?
Yeah.
You
I'm
sure?
not going to. Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait a minute.
There's
Is
Aaron
he allowed to
Blaze.
be here? We are on a new level. This is a shocker. Aaron Blaze is back on Sportswire. Aaron Blaze is back. Headline this: Aaron Blaze is back.
A little parched there. Ladies and gentlemen, the headline, the triple M of backyard and underground wrestling, the title taking, history making, trash talking, trailblazer, making more moments is back. And I'm not back for any Underground Wrestling Alliance bullshit. I'm not back invading Indiana. I am back because clearly there's about to be a panic in Pennsylvania. I'm going to be here for a couple of minutes, take my time here before I have to go to sleep and go out for a fabulous, fabulous brunch because I live that life, Dom, because I still make more money than you. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So to all the people that keep talking and talking and talking and wanting to challenge our placeholder right now, and we'll get into that in a moment. We'll get to that in a moment.
You're a placeholder for the CCW championship.
We'll
That's
get to
why I
that in a
held it
moment.
until you had to take it away.
We'll get to that in a moment. I have with me a couple of papers here. Let's see. Contract. Contracts and waivers. Possible payments. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Bryce is right. We are on a new level for Young Breakout Wrestling. So to any evil angels, to anyone weathering the storm, to any nemesises, to anyone that's wanting to make a name, come to the domain of Pennsylvania. Come to Young Breakout Wrestling, the breakout brand, the only show in Pennsylvania that actually exists. Come, come join us, whether it's a part-time, full-time, it doesn't matter. What matters is you show up to a place that I put on my back with a championship on his shoulder, and the possibilities are endless. We have been in talks, Tom, in the past couple of weeks, we have been in talks with so many people. Heck, some have been labeled an outsider. Another has been a sinner. Hell, another one hasn't been seen in years and is considered sick and twisted. There are so many people that are knocking on the doors to come to Young Breakout Wrestling. But hey, it's only a matter of time to see who actually has the guts, has the courage, has the audacity, has the mindset to want to walk through said doors. A carpet will be rolled out for any and all comers. Competition doesn't matter, new, old, it doesn't matter. We are open for business. This isn't a place where careers go to die and we bury everybody. This isn't a place we go to that doesn't exist and needs to hop on someone else's bandwagon to stay relevant. We are our own branding. So if you want to be a part of the breakout brand, let me know. That's the first thing. I know that was a lot to digest. That's the first thing. Yeah, I know, it's getting a bit hot in here.
Oh my goodness,
I'm kind of parched.
Interesting on Sportswire tonight. Aaron Blaze is back for the first time in months, and this is a stunner. Dominic, this is a stunner. This is stunning.
Second, and this is pretty fitting because he's second rate. Dominic, how you doing, champ? I've been busy getting network up and running. I've been busy working on our website. 6 pages just got updated in the past hour and almost 20 minutes that you've been attempting to talk. You've been doing better than I thought you would, so congratulations. You put down the video game controller for a second. But let's talk about the inaugural episode of YBW Network. Let's talk about how a lot of people put me and my company, because mine actually exists and can run, a couple people put me in a very, very bad and awkward spot, and you knew about it, Carter knew about it before we signed Ace, and your brother, if he ever bothers to pay attention to anything at all, you knew what was going on. You knew what was going on. Every single nook, cranny, detail, whatever the case may be. And I get it. You and I have had a lot of issues. I mean, you debuted and I beat the crap out of you. And then I beat you to win back a championship that's no longer relevant anymore. And then you attacked me. And then you were
Yeah, I
gone
came back
doing.
and beat your ass.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Ho, ho,
And
ho!
then you were gone for almost a year and a half doing God knows who cares. Sorry, you were gone for 2 years, my bad. You attacked me at my grandfather's tribute show. Um, and then I somewhat got revenge, rolling around with my cousin and some idiot that's busy playing in the mid card down in Indiana, not doing anything, complaining about an injury
I'm
that doesn't
surprised he's
exist.
even on a show.
Oh.
Yeah, well, the company's gonna die in the next year anyways because they keep losing all their talent.
Nah, maybe
Shout out
even
Justin
sooner than
Parsley.
that. But
Shout out Justin Parsley. But regardless of that, uh, we've gone through a lot. I invaded your
it's
house
been a
recently.
lot.
Okay,
We did
that's
mention
a bit
that. We
messed
did
up.
mention
Yeah, I broke into your house. Okay, bit messed up. Cool. But this had nothing to do with that. See, because um can't company wrestling was supposed to be something to elevate the next generation. You
Mm.
struggling to get to where you are now, I'm sure you know how that is. So I brought in a whole new division and then plans fell over as they normally do. It's the wrestling business. That's just how it goes. But instead of being respectful and understanding, you decided to come out. Cuss. I'm surprised you haven't been cussing in every sentence this far, because you do in all of your promos normally. And you decided to insult me, calling me a bitch, calling me old, saying I can't hack it anymore. And I stayed sane the whole time. I stayed in the middle, as clean cut as I could. And then you, pardon the pun here, cut me off with a championship that I made relevant more than anybody else in that company. You hit me with the belt and you throw it on me. So then what did I do in the heat of the moment? I not only gave Phantasma Volador the breaking point, former two-time world champion, so on and so forth. I not only gave him an opportunity because me and him, we talk. We're not cool, but I can understand hard work needs to be repaid, unlike some places I've worked. You needed a challenger, so I picked one that would be one hell of a razor point in your career. So I booked a match, and because you attacked me, that's why I put in that special stipulation. The razor instinction is banned. And if you hit it, if you fully produce that finisher, whether you flop the right way or you just back away like you normally do because you're scared, at the end of the day, you're scared to be in the big time, and that's okay. That's okay. I got you. You will lose that championship right then and there. You'll lose it. The funny thing is, Dom, I know you. You are a lot of things. Yeah, go ahead. Put your nasty germs that I'll clean off later with with that championship. The thing is, Dominic, I know what you are and are not capable of doing. Sure, you have a win against Falador here. Sure, you have a win against him there. And the last time you guys fought, you beat him again. Congrats. Congrats.
And I'm gonna beat
But
him
the
again at
thing,
Sanctum.
well, the thing about guys like me and Velador, because you're not there yet, when we lose that many matches to people, it makes us become greater than what we are. It wires our brains differently. It makes us get, because your body can't do this, gain some muscle.
Well, we the
Add
weightlessness division.
add
Just
more moves to the arsenal, and you're doing some of it, but I don't think you really have that. Maybe you have that razor instinct, but I don't think you have that main eventer instinct,
ooh,
that
keep
headline
intense.
instinct,
You know,
that
speaking of that,
trailblazing instinct. Because, Dom, if you do, you'll still be champion after November 30th, going into December 29th for Revelations 5, our WrestleMania, the fifth annual one, where you lost that last year. To Volador, by the way. Um, if that's the case, if you really got it, then you will still have that championship going into December and maybe following. but you have to get past Volador, and I don't think you can do that. Hell, scratch that. I know you can't do that because you don't even have to get pinned or tap out to the man. All you have to do is think that it's every single other match like you normally do, and you lose most of the time in them. You have to think like it's every other match. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna hit that move, and then the referee's gonna stop the match. He's gonna pick up that YBW World Heavyweight Championship, and he's going to hand it to the breaking point of backyard and underground wrestling, the final underground champion of a division that was never relevant to begin with until he stepped in it, Phantasma Volador, as a
Ooh.
three-time world champion.
Do you even know what you're speaking about? Because last time I checked, I'm the one that beat you for the CCW championship and saying that I don't have it. Look at you, old man. You don't have it. That's why you don't have a
He called the
championship.
world.
Technically, I would
I'm the
still
one
be
with the
champion right
championship on
now
my
if
shoulder.
certain
You
things
don't.
didn't happen.
Oh,
Yeah,
If certain things
congratulations.
didn't happen, sure. I'm the one
Yeah.
that beat you. You wouldn't have been a champion.
Okay.
Okay, so while you're, because you're thinking the same way that other people think in that paradigm. Certain guys that thought they were the man of YBW, that thought they were
I don't know, the Archer of Anarchy,
Yeah,
chaotic
that bum.
catalyst.
Storm Rider,
Hey,
or
one.
whatever his shitty catchphrase was of the week, or God,
Who else has beaten me? There's not that many. Or what certain icons thought, or what game changers thought. You would let one big time win define you against me.
Hold on. I'm even gonna put this out here. What happened whenever Oliver Blade beat you? You're putting that out here that I don't have move sets. Oliver doesn't have moves in his arsenal. How the hell did he beat
I
you?
mean, he picked up new stuff because he was
Trained. Something I know you're not.
oh,
Trained.
Dominic, not trained here. Dominic, you are not trained for the moment here next week, and it seems like that Aaron Blaze has created a headline here that Dominic could be a placeholder in yesterday's headline, and almost spoiler alert, if the way this is going, and Dominic, I mean, all of a sudden would seem to be a seamless show, and it almost seemed to be a coronation for you going into next year. It seems like not only do you have a problem for next week, but you've also got Revelations 5 at December 29th. If you're so lucky to retain that championship next weekend, you still have to defend it against who knows whoever else. And for some people, they're getting ready to basically celebrate and
I
coast the
know.
rest of the year. And
I know, and this is where I have a big announcement, Tom.
I have a big
oh,
announcement here tonight for Young Breakout Wrestling. So, not only is Revelations 5 going to take place on Sunday, December 29th, the fifth annual one, I've been thinking about my whole year, a whole retrospective of everything I've done, some things within Infinity that wasn't so infinite, attempts with the Nexus, everything I've done outside of YBW, and are so many adjacent things that just correlate to this announcement. The last time I main evented Revelations was three. No, I'm sorry, because I actually put people over in my company. Take notes, Aaron. The last time I main evented Revelations was 4 years ago, 2021, losing to Phantasma Volador. I am making this announcement right now that this year, 2024 Revelations 5, I will be in the main event.
you will.
Hold on. I will be the last match, the closing moments of Revelations 5.
Oh my God! What a revelation!
Now, here's the funny thing.
The World Championship has and always will go on last for Revelations, as most pay-per-views do have the World Championship going last. So, Dominic, I'm letting it be known that it does not matter if you somehow beat Volador. You're not.
Oh.
Revelations 5. There is a different number that means a bit more to me. 8.
Hey.
8-time world heavy.
Oh,
Weight champion.
So with that, as someone down the south would say, with that being said, this means that I am going to put all cards on the table. For the championships I didn't get a rematch for when we were in working partnerships, for everything else that's happened, and you claiming that I'm old and I can't do it anymore.
I have never been more dangerous.
And more hungry for anything when I have nothing left to lose and everything to gain. And that's going to be you, but more than likely Volador's worst nightmare.
oh my.
So let this be known, Dom, that it doesn't matter if you think I've screwed you over for these past couple years and all these people you've managed to turn heads on. Good for you. But the only headline that's going to matter in regards to your
Name and your legacy that's slowly building.
is who did Aaron Blaze beat December 29th, if you make it, to become an 8-time world heavyweight champion of Young Breakout Wrestling. If you get past Volador in another Razor Point implosion, we are going to fight for, I think, the 4th time this year. And I won't just end 2024 with a tie. I'll end it with my World Heavyweight Championship. Because, Dom, like you, like Justin, like Aaron, like Sheldon, and all the other has-beens that aren't around anymore, you are a placeholder who thinks that I can't hack it.
You
Ask
know what?
Jack
I'm going to cut
Delta.
you off right
Ask-
there.
Ask
Oh.
Jack Delta if I couldn't hack it. I was this close to taking away the the ROEW World Heavyweight Championship from him. You can ask a handful of people. Ask the headshot. I'm sorry, he probably ate a bullet by now. I put a bullet through him and reached my final destination. You can ask, hell, I
C
would say
Money.
ask CJ.
How about C Money?
You can even, through better or through worse, through victory.
Victory and defeat. Ask every single one of those guys that I've faced this past year if I can't hack it. If I'm old. Old men can't do
Jacob
half of what
Collins
I'm
was a
able to
world
do.
heavyweight champion this year. Multiple times he's been a world champion. Ask Jacob Collins. I mean, you've definitely been there with some of the very best in our circuit. And this is a bombshell. This was something that we had no idea was going to happen tonight. Aaron Blaze has created a headline unlike no other. His return to Sportzwire Radio for the first time in months. He is now going to be a part of Revelations 5, that main event. And whoever walks away this Saturday, coming up next week, that World Heavyweight Championship, Anarchy Sanctum, Dominic and Phantasma Volador. Dominic, this could be the 4th time if you're so lucky to walk away with that title. But that's the headline. Is Dominic the placeholder? Is Dominic on borrowed time no matter what? That's what I learned tonight, Dominic. If it isn't from outside competitors who don't view much about you, whether it's your weight and who you've wrestled, now Aaron Blaze is looking to claim what's rightfully his and become an 8. He's got the balloon. He's got the balloons. He's got the celebration already. He's celebrating. He's already celebrating for a match and a championship he doesn't even have on December the 29th. Revelations 5.
You want to know this, Blaze? I'm going to make sure I beat Phantasma Volador so you can meet the real Dominic at Revelations. And at Revelations, I'm not going to take you lightly, just like I'm not going to take Phantasma Volador lightly. And you're going to know who the real YBW World Champion is at Revelations when I kick your ass again.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know what more else we can say tonight because this is just a headline I mean, Aaron Blaze has done and said a lot of things over the past several years, and especially in the year 2024. But what he just dropped tonight as a bombshell is that Dominic, if he's so lucky even to retain that YBW championship next Saturday at Anarchy Sanctum, he now could be seeing Aaron Blaze once again. What these two men have put each other through these past several months, where Aaron Blaze goes to Dominic's place, and then we saw what happened with the CCW championship a few months back, and we've seen everything else that's going on between these two men.
Hey, Blaze, did you like that hit to the head? Did you like the hit to the head?
You want to know what's really gonna be the funniest thing about this, Dom, is that
You keep thinking I'm old. And you have this mindset that every single person throughout the yard and underground has about me. Whether it's Eamon, Janae Schilling, or the headline Aaron Blaze, they always think I can't make magic. That I can't make it happen, that I'm not everything I claim to be. First, it's, oh, he can't make a successful show. And now everyone's knocking on my door. Oh, he can't travel. Then I show up to this place, that place, sometimes all in the span of 1 week. Oh, he can't commit to an actual company. And whether I fail or succeed, I end up doing it anyways. Oh, he can't go up against this name and really make a headline and really create a story. And then I prove everybody wrong again. Oh, Aaron Blaze isn't a draw. I draw thousands of views. Oh, Aaron Blaze can't boost my channel. I end up being the reason that other people show up to ROEW in bundles. Because all of a sudden, when, oh, this kid never goes anywhere, to, wow, I now have to show up to ROEW and do what this kid did to try and be on the same level. That's what Justin did to try and make a real headline. That's what Dark Cron and Matthew Forsaken had been doing. That's why JXL came back. It all starts with me. That's why people know who the chaotic catalyst is. Because I gave him the blueprints. Because without me dishing out hits, there would be no way for him to mark anybody. Do you understand that concept, Dominic? I paved the way for a new era of backyard and underground wrestling. That is something you will never do. And I'm not saying it because, oh, you have done less than me. I'm saying that's not in your arsenal. I know what you can, and I know what you can't do. And better people have tried to bury me, and I would either bury them or bury themselves. I am always gonna out wrestle you. I'm always gonna out talk you. I'm always gonna out muscle you. And Dominic, I will outsmart you. Because here's the funny thing about this is that you think for some reason that the old Aaron Blaze died because some captain or Jackson or Jackoff tried to write laws for me and it didn't work. Or because someone's been a referee on the indie scene for 6 years and told me what I can and cannot say and can and cannot do and how I can and cannot wrestle. That means I'm less than what I'm worth. That couldn't be further from the case, friend. I don't, as much as I care about things like ROEW, and as much as I care about trailblazing worldwide to companies of actual substance and not just sucking up to the owner, I am fully focused on Young Breakout Wrestling. And that should terrify you. Because anytime I have
That
been,
doesn't.
it should. It
Oh,
should.
Dominic said no.
It doesn't.
Not
It
so
should.
fast.
It should. Because when I do,
I make guys like you, even though they don't have much of a career, has-beens. And they join the rest of the other has-beens.
He's calling you a never was, Dominic. He's calling you a never was, not even a has been, a never was.
for all
He's
the
already
TiVos,
he's already trying to play those mind
Dominic,
games.
you got
But at the
everybody
same
now in the
time,
track. They're not
no,
even talking about you anymore. James Taylor said maybe he should pay YBW a visit. Kyle Shelby says Aaron Blaze. Andrew Levis is saying YBW World Champion. I mean, you got Zilla congratulating Aaron Blaze already. I mean, they're not even mentioning you anymore. You're almost an afterthought now. It's almost as if like you're a placeholder. You're going to lose the title no matter what. Even if you're so lucky to hold that championship next week and after Anarchy Sanctum, it's going to be gone. And listen, this could be the worst year of your life starting out. You know why? Because, Dominic, this could very well be the last match in the backyard in the underground wrestling circuit. It's December 29th. What a horrible New Year's that could be for you. What a lump of coal, New Year's resolutions. Dominic, you got to figure this out. You got to find a way.
I already got it figured out.
Champ. Say something, champ. It's called
I got
promo.
it figured out.
If you want to be the face of the company, you got to learn how to do it. So go ahead.
You do?
I have an idea.
Oh,
and you're saying
You have an idea. What is your idea?
Shut the fuck up. Listen.
He's got there. He's got
at Anarchy Sanctum. At Anarchy Sanctum, I'm going to be 2 steps ahead of Phantasma Volador. Revelations, I'm going to be 2 steps ahead of you, which you think you're already 2 steps of me. Just watch out, buddy, because you're going to see a different version of me.
And you think... Are you going to start coming out with a gaming controller with your entrances?
I don't need that, man. I don't need that, says the motherfucker that has no money. I got more money than you. And you really think I'm going to let some old washed up piece of garbage think he can take my YBW World Heavyweight Championship away from me?
Sticks and stones, baby boy.
Hold on. And speaking of, you have more hope in Phantasma Volador?
Where's your shirt? Where's your shirt?
Where's your shirt?
Yeah.
See, I'm representing. That's another funny thing, is that
guys like you think that you can just show up with the belt, you can say the same stuff, and that means...
Get your YBW merchandise right here.
Correct. It's always on sale at this rate.
And that means, for some reason, you think that means you're, pardon the pun, that you're the ace of the company. You're the face of the company. I always wear YBW on my back. Hell, I wore it to Jack Delta's face all the way in Michigan. So if you're really the champ, and if you're going to put me down, and if you're the future, represent that in everything, Dominic, not just in a belt that you've already smudged, that you've already got, that you've already ruined, and already managed to put your germs on. Where's your shirt? Where's your shirt?
I always represent. No wonder why we got more subscribers. I'm always telling people to subscribe and make sure they vote for me. Okay, and you're saying, where's my shirt? Where's my shirt?
It's not an election, though.
Maybe I have to put it up so, hell, I can actually use it whenever we film. And also, you're over there smiling. Yeah. So at Revelation,
and I'm going to celebrate.
You're not going to be world champion. Also, at Revelation, after I beat Phantasma Volador, I'm going to beat you and put the headline down for good.
For good?
He keeps saying the same things.
Yeah, for good.
What do you mean by for good?
Everyone will find out.
We'll find out?
No, don't keep us in suspense with how Razor's gonna
cut off Aaron Blade, blah, 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 and all that stupid stuff you say.
What are you implying, though, by for good?
People's just gonna have to find out at Revelations.
But that's if you retain that championship next weekend, though, obviously.
Oh, I'm gonna retain against Volador.
You sure?
People underestimate me, and that's the problem that everyone has. They're gonna underestimate me.
Dominic, I would be surprised if you
can put anything together other than a turkey sandwich. There's nothing you can plan that is going to prevent the
inevitable December 29th, if you even get past
Saturday, November 30th. Because here's the thing. I've done it
for years. I've done it for years. Yeah, you can yawn. I've done it for years. The Bloodline,
Desolation, the United Front. I've always ruled with and without people. Dominic, you have that title on a technicality because I didn't feel like putting myself over. That's it.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I think I learned a lot tonight. I learned that this was supposed to have been Dominic's coming out party. But what I learned is that while we thought Dominic was going to be creating headlines, Aaron Blaze once again one-upped everyone and created not only a current headline, but it seems like a future headline coming up here December the 29th. Revelations 5. If Dominic is so lucky to retain that YBW World Heavyweight Championship next weekend at Anarchy Sanctum, he'll be facing off with Aaron Blaze.
I'd be glad to kick Aaron Blaze's ass.
Well, we're going to find out because I tell you what, the headline tonight, though, is that it's not Dominic versus Judas, not Dominic versus Brandon Costelli, Dominic and Kyle Shelby or James Taylor, Abraham Storm, Andrew Lovelace, Dominic getting invited to Chase Wakefield's wedding wrestling super show or anybody else. It's about Dominic could be on borrowed time, and it seems like maybe we're going to one transition to another. It seems like Dominic is YBW champion in 24, could very well be going into Aaron Blaze.
Correct.
Aaron Blaze 8-25. That's right.
Correct.
Aaron Blaze transitioning in 2025 to take where he rightfully has been belonged to him for a long time. That YBW World Heavyweight Championship, he awaits the winner, especially after what we found out though for next weekend. Dominic, it's not a guarantee that you walk away with that title, but if you do, you got pretty much.
Yeah, and if he does, Tom, sorry to give you a cutoff, pun not intended, somewhat.
Dom, what are you going to do? Let's say you get past Phantasma Volador. What are you going to do to me at Revelations? And don't just say, I'm gonna kick your ass. Give me something new. Give me something I haven't heard before. Stop putting me to sleep, because I'm very anxious to hear what
You're already putting me asleep.
What could you, what could you
and your goat beard looking ass have planned for me? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I'm always
where you
2 steps
respond, this is
ahead.
where-
Just say that.
You're always what?
2
I
steps
said
ahead.
I'm always 2 steps ahead.
What does that mean? What does that mean? You're always 2 steps ahead.
Why
Well,
two?
if I give you my plan, then you're gonna be ready for it. You think I want you to be ready?
Trying to
No.
play mind games.
I want
I don't
you.
want your plan. I'm just so curious because what
You can barely wrestle. You can barely lock up. You have been decent at talking, so congratulations. You've cleared up one field tonight. Congrats. But what does two mean? You keep putting emphasis on two. Why? Because you're second rate? That's going to be the difference maker? Two?
No,
And
you're
you're going
the
to keep
second
getting 2
rate.
falls, and you're going to keep getting 2 falls, but I'm going to get the 1, 2, 3 to become an 8-time champion? Is that the two you
No,
keep
I'm gonna
referring
get
to?
the 1, 2, 3, and then you're gonna be looking up at the stage at the YBW logo, like, damn, I failed YBW and I failed backyard wrestling. After I pin you, you get
wow.
1,
I
2,
failed.
3, and retain the YBW World Heavyweight Championship.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't following YBW, before we get ready to close the show, because obviously Dominic is certainly on a whole new level, but not the new level we originally thought it was for the first half of the show. But if you do need to, and you haven't yet, please follow YBW.
Yes.
Because you're going to watch an historic
Yeah, you better follow it so people can see me and Aaron go at
You best
it.
believe that. And you're going to get YBW coverage next month leading into the road to Revelations 5. You're going to see, is Dominic still on top? Or is Aaron Blaze pulled out a headline that maybe gotten into Dominic's mind, and that Dominic might not even be champion. We may not even be talking about Dominic again. What was supposed to be Dominic's day today on Sportswire Radio has turned into the headline that Aaron Blaze is the one that's always 2 steps ahead when it comes to creating.
Hey, Tom, I'm going to cut you off here real quick.
Yes,
At Revelations, it's going to be Razor's reality.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on. What's that supposed to mean?
The reality
What's
is
that supposed to mean? It's going to be Razor's reality. The thought of what I've always had for years. The World Championship, staying with me and being top of the game.
Well, I tell
And
you
I
what.
got so many other things up my sleeve, but hell, I'm not gonna give it away. That's
Well, I'll
just
tell you what.
stupid.
I got one more thing. So people are saying a lot of things, and we'll let the chat think about this. I tell you what, Dominic, you retain the championship next Saturday. You come back to Sportswire. We'll do this again, but I'll tell you what. That's if you retain. So you retain the championship next Saturday. You can come back before Revelations. But I'm gonna do something else though. Mr. Blaze, he gets to be here also. So I'm gonna let the two of you come back. That's if you retain. So if you retain the title next Saturday, you're definitely coming back to Sportswire. You're coming back. But you're gonna have to tell us how you're gonna keep that championship. And Mr. Blaze gets to be here and he gets to rebut. He gets to rebuttal.
I'm pretty sure he said all he's going to say,
and I will definitely
keep tabs on for Razor's reality.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to find. Well, you know what, Dominic, you still have a championship defense. There's no guarantee that you walk away. You know, an hour ago, I would have said, you know what, Dominic, you're heavily favored. You're going to continue to be champion. But now, after Aaron Blaze has pulled out contracts, he's pulled out the book, he's talked about his own revelations and headlines, and I don't know now. I don't know if it's a guarantee. There's no guarantee that you're going to still be champion. But if you are, we'd love to have you back. We'd love to obviously talk about this historic card here coming up. Revelations 5 is going to be the greatest show in YBW history. Obviously, next weekend is going to be the greatest. But then after that, Revelations 5 is going to be the greatest in history. And we just can't wait. We cannot wait. We got a lot of great matches ahead. A lot of great talent.
5 matches are indeed confirmed for Revelations 5.
And we're going to talk about all of them.
After Sanctum or Anarchy Sanctum.
When everyone needs to resign, especially Dominic, you might want to be a part-time wrestler after this. So I'm just letting you know that's an option in the contract
because you can't hang full-time.
Nope. Gonna be a full-time wrestler like I've always been.
Well, Dominic, you got to first of all, get through next weekend. We can certainly talk a lot about December 29th. You got 29 days after that. It's going to be the longest, could be the longest 5 weeks of your life coming up here. I don't know what the future is, but I tell you what, ladies, and before we sign off here, we want to thank everybody here for tuning in. You have to follow YBW. One more time, I must put up YBW links here. YBW's YouTube channel. Go out there and support YBW. You just have to do it. Just go out there, follow. I also need you to follow YBW on Instagram. You need to follow YBW because they are 9 followers away now from the magic 500 number. So make sure you follow YBW. We got a great card ahead. We got some great matches here. We are definitely on a new level here with the YBW network, the trampoline, the new website. YBW is changing the game. They are on a new level. You want to get some YBW merchandise here. 33% off. 33%. What a deal. You want to get your favorite stars. There is a Dominic shirt. You want to get the Revival, Aaron Blaze shirt.
He's not wearing a shirt.
Well, he can go buy it. He can go buy it for 33% off. If he needs to buy a shirt, he can do that. You got
I don't need to buy a shirt. I got mine.
Well, if you want to buy one, if you want to buy one for the family, want to buy one for your supporters, certainly do that as well. There is so many ways to support YBW. Just go out there and do it. And we are so honored to be covering YBW now on Sports. But I can't wait for more coverage here. Dominic, I guess we'll find out if we'll see you coming up here next month. Mr. Blaze, we're going to see you regardless next month. We are definitely on a new level. And gentlemen, I want to thank you so much. And it was Dominic Day, but it didn't seem like to be Dominic's Day. It seemed like this show.
It's still Dominic's Day.
It sounds like Dominic's nightmare tonight. Tonight went from Dominic's Day to Dominic's nightmare.
No, it's still Dominic's Day. But rest assured,
Anarchy Sanctum is going to be a nightmare. And if he gets past that nightmare to achieve his dreams, just know that he's not heading into 2025 heaven sent.
Ooh.
It will be hell.
Dominic, you are definitely living on
the. It's gonna be hell for you, my friend. It's definitely gonna be hell for you.
Okay.
Well, there is going to be hell to pay. Is Dominic living on the razor's edge? And sometimes when they say you live by the sword, you die by the sword, you die by that edge. I don't know. He's got his work cut out from him between now and certainly December 29th to stay on top as the YBW champion. time will certainly tell. We want to thank everybody here for tuning in. We want to thank the chat. Obviously, Aaron Blaze for making his triumphant return to Sportswire Radio here for the first time in 2 months. And Dominic, it was so great to have you here. We're so honored to recognize you. We'll give you that certificate certainly when we're off the air, but we'll find out about what happens certainly after next week. Everybody, please support YBW. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. You have voice figuratively and literally what all wrestling matters. If you are on Sportswire Radio, you're going back to your regular programming. Also, Sean Jovi is here between 9 and 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time Tuesday night. We also have BTW RTG, the general manager, is there 11 o'clock Eastern Time on Monday. And tomorrow, Chronic Gaming. And we also have Darius from the Promo Wrestling World. So a lot of great stuff ahead. Please continue to support YBW. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, on the number one global radio station that is Sportswire Radio, where all wrestling matters. We want to thank YBW. Please support YBW. They are definitely the young breakout wrestling company that we need here, and they are definitely on a whole new level. The revival is just getting started. Check them out. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Thank you for your support.